After France take the lead, Isagi and his team are ready to strike back. The egoists hunger for their goals. Raise the signal for a counterattack. From the previous chapter, there was a change in Bastard Munchen's team. From Kunigami being the second striker, he is in the midfield like Ness and Raichi. As Raichi says, "It's just a goal. Let's roll up from here, bastards." Kagamaru says he'll stop the next one, and Kiyori agrees. Tokimitsu says, "We're on the same team, but we can't be happy about Shidou's goal, right?" As Nanase agrees. Tokimitsu says, "We have to assist Ren's goal, make him a hero, or else our ranking won't go up." As Nanase agrees, "If Ren sinks, we sink too. We're in the same boat," as Charles is smirking and laughing. "You're an eyesore, pink bug." And Shidou says, "Are you jealous of my explosion?" As Isagi says, "Nope, I agree that you're an eyesore." And Kaiser says he's annoying. "You scummy pink head." The game restarts with Bastard Munich on the ball. Ness and Kaiser pass to each other. Kaiser says to Shidou he'll burn him to ashes, and Shidou says he's so popular. The ball gets passed from Ness to Grim. Isagi monologues, "Reproduce it. The best X best," with Hiyori. "I understand it logically, but it's not easy for me to reach that top performance. What I need most is information that can foresee the future of the field. I don't want to do it like Shidou, who goes for his own pleasure." As Isagi carries on, "I want to know the world outside of myself. Wait a second. I thought I just had to play for my own best, but the process and the way to concentrate are different for each person. No, that means, I see. A top performance can be divided into two types. One is the type that pursues his own pleasure without caring about the surroundings, like Shidou. And the other is the type that understands and calculates the surroundings and the environment and hits the right spot of the world. In other words, a self-type ego and a world-type ego. The self-type ego is, look at the me who scored the goal. And the world-type ego is, look at the goal that I scored. This isn't about which is good or bad, but which mentality is easier to play with and bring out one's own ability. My personality and nature type hypothesis. The self-type ego values one's own value the most. The world's norm are secondary, and they can show their abilities by immersing themselves in their own emotions and preferences. On the other hand, the world-type ego values the world's value the most. They can show their abilities for the sake of meaning and merit seen from the world, rather than their own emotions and sensibilities. If I apply that to them, Bajra and Baro probably have a self-type ego. Nagi and Zantetsu are definitely this type too. On the contrary, Karasu, Hiyori, Reo, and I have 100% world-type ego. Then is Kaiser a world-type who cares about the trophy? How about Charles? Which one is Kunigami? No, I mean, what about Rin? I don't know. I need to analyze more. I need to figure out each type and gather more information to reach the top performance by reading the field. Know others. Input the world. For my own best. As the ball flies towards Ness, but he was stopped by Zantetsu. Ness looks hurt. Zantetsu says, "I got it, Ness." The ball bounced to Hiyori. Hiyori says, "Thanks for the meal." And Zantetsu says, "Were you aiming for it?" Isagi is running towards somewhere and Hiyori sees it as he says, "Let's go." If he wants to produce that goal, I don't want to pass it to Isagi. I want to shoot my world's best ideal. As Hiyori continues, "With all I've got," but Charles stole the ball from Hiyori and says, "Nice one, light blue Oni-san. You've also got good eyes." As Hiyori says, "This guy, he read my pass cut perfectly." Raichi says, "Don't let him pass." Hiyori monologues, "Charles can also use metavision. Before I can reproduce it with Isagi, I have to defeat this imp." Charles kicks the ball towards Shidou's direction. As Shidou says, "Here comes Charles boy again." But then, Kunigami says, "Long time no see, you explosion demon." As Shidou says, "Who are you?" Kunigami says, "You ruined my life." And Kunigami continues, "It's the mediocre hero." Kunigami with the header gets the ball away from Shidou, as Raichi says, "Nice one."